welcome back. Today I'll be filming a barn vlog. I'm at my house right now and I'm getting ready to leave. For the rest of the video, I'm thinking just to do a voiceover because I don't want to be strangely talking to myself. So I think that'll be better for editing afterward. So yeah, I'll see you guys there. So I really thought I was gonna be on Bella today, but I'm on Melody, so I'm excited. I haven't been with her for a while, so let's go get her. Okay. Hopefully that works. Because unfortunately I don't have a GoPro yet, so it's okay. We're gonna use this and hopefully it works. There are a lot of ponies in this field. Hi guys. Melody actually has a very interesting coat. I've not seen it on a lot of other horses before, but I think it's very pretty. Hi sweetie. Hi baby. Hi, hon. Yes. Hi, Melody. Hi, baby bean. Hi, good girl. You know, you were eating grass. Oh, goodness. No neighbor. You in the mess right now. You want a treat? Good girl. I got the baby. Let's go. Today I have a 30-minute private. So it's not going to be as long of a lesson, and I did ride Bella on Wednesday this week, so for a makeup lesson, so I think we're giving her a little break because she's been ridden a few times this week, not only by me but by other people too. So she's having her day off, right? And then Melody is trucking along. Let's see what else we get there. So dirty. Let's just use this. Okay, so I know it's hard to hear here, but pretty much I'm just giving Melody a good groom, and then we'll get to tacking up in a little bit. Right here. Huh. Alright, back to going in. For her being pretty gray, she was actually very clean today, which I was quite proud of her for. I've only ridden her once, so I've known the do you now? Yeah, because I don't know. She said she goes good in a Pessoa. Pessoa, yeah. I don't know where those are though. Do you know where the Pessoas are? My best guess is Okay. I'll find some. So previously I was going over her with a curry comb, and now I'm using a dandy brush or a body brush just to sweep away that excess dirt I just turned up. Alright, so here I'm just brushing her forelock and mane. I didn't decide to brush her tail today, personal opinion, but I don't like to brush their tails if they're very thin, which Melody's is, so I decided not to today. Plus, it wasn't that tangly, so there really wasn't a need for it. Alright, so here I'm picking out her hooves. They were pretty clean today, there wasn't a lot of junk in them. The ground is quite dry where my farm is right now. We've had like no rainfall, so I really wasn't expecting them to be really full today, so it was really easy to pick out her hooves. Good girl. Good girl. So Melody did a fabulous job with grooming, so now it's time to get her all tacked up. Here I'm petting the barn cat Slate. She's super sweet. So now I'm gonna go ahead and pick out a saddle pad for her. Sorry kitty, can I borrow this? Thank you. I felt so bad here, but I had to pull this purple saddle pad from underneath the cat, and I felt so bad because she was sleeping on it.
That's always not an excuse to ride if you're riding with a turkey.
Okay, so I don't normally ride Melody that often. I'm normally riding Bella, so I really had no idea what saddle she used, and I looked at all the saddles in the tack room for a Pessoa, and I couldn't find any of them. There were really, like, all the name tags were ripped off, which was kind of annoying. So I ended up going with this Voltaire saddle, which that's small equestrian. If you're watching this right now, I'm so sorry. I had to use Axel's saddle today because I really couldn't find another saddle, and it fit her fine, so why not? Here's a clip of me going into the second tack room to look for a Pessoa saddle, but all in all, I ended up going with Axel's saddle, which is another pony at the farm. Okay, so here's a very embarrassing clip of me sitting in a saddle to see if it fit my bottom. And when I looked up at the name tag above it, it was Moby's saddle, which is, again, a very small pony at the farm. And I was just so confused at this point. I grabbed the Voltaire saddle and said it works. That small equestrian, if you're watching this, sorry. Alright, so now it's time to grab a girth. Melody is a very small pony, so I had to literally grab the smallest girth I could find, literally smaller than Bella's, which is pretty small. So I found my girth and I grabbed my saddle and saddle pad and began to get her all tacked up. Yeah, I think I might do that. I'm just gonna see it. So here's a long clip of me debating whether this saddle properly fits Melody or not. I mean, it was a bit big, but it wasn't to the point where I couldn't ride her in it. So I'm someone who does not want to show up with a saddle that just does not fit at all. So I tried my best to get it looking okay on her and just to see if there was any chance of it working, which it did end up. Okay, here again, silly me grabbing my girth because I didn't grab it with the saddle and saddle pad, so I had to run from the cross ties back over to get the girth and then back. So here's me just tightening the girth on her, not super tight since we weren't just about to get on, and yes, I know I'm putting the elastic side on the wrong side. I was debating and I get my left and right confused a lot, so sorry about that, but we're only riding for 30 minutes today, so it worked. Alright, so I just put on my helmet and now I'm in the tack room again getting Melody's bridle, and above all the horses' bridles there's a card that says if they need anything special. So Melody needs earplugs because she can be a bit spooky, especially in the outdoor ring, and she does need a martingale, which was a bit of a struggle. She is very small, so it's kind of hard to find a martingale that properly fits her, as there are a lot of horses at this farm, so I had to find the smallest one I could, and I had to knot it up, so it somewhat worked. So here I am undoing her girth again, sliding the martingale through and getting that all comfortably adjusted the best I could. And now I'm gonna tighten her girth right back up, and in the next clip I'll be knotting her martingale. Bye. Ooh. Getting chunky. Not really, but... So here is where I realized her martingale is going to be a bit long, so I just put it in a simple knot that can easily be unknotted, and then I'll be getting her bridle and putting that on. That should be fine. Bridle time. Sorry about the angle, but I tried to get this clip of me putting on her bridle and connecting the martingale to it. Here she's having a little stretch out moment before I put the bit in, and yeah. So now I'm just buckling everything up, making sure it all sits comfortably on her, and yeah. So like I said earlier when I was getting her bridle, she does need earplugs in because she can be a bit spooky, especially in the outdoor ring. So I grabbed some super cute soccer ball earmuffs from the basket right where the camera is sitting, and I stuck those not too deep into her ears. And that concludes the barn vlog. Thank you so much.